honestly, if there's so much on my plate, I slow down, I check out, and I procrastinate as much as possible.
I'm pretty confident in who I am. I don't really care what other people think of me. Now, I do want people to like me.
My journey is a pretty short walk compared to yours.
When I'm stressed, I want to speed up. That is me avoiding the pain of what could be happening.
Welcome to the first episode of Enneaways.
Woo!
This is an idea that came about because my wife, Laura.
Hey!
You are an Enneagram certified coach. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did. Well, certified Enneagram coach.
Certified Enneagram coach through the Art of Growth.
Yep.
And you got that certification last year. So we thought, well, why not start a podcast with us two? I kind of work in broadcasting. You're a nurse. And we're thinking, well, why not try this and just see if it works?
We're married.
Exactly.
Did we say that?
We're married, and we've been married for almost 13 years now, so it's been a good life. We've got 2 kids, and we live in the South Bend area, really close to Notre Dame, and both of us, I would say, we work hard, we play hard, we talk about the Enneagram.
Yeah, we both... Zach knows just as much as me, pretty much, about the Enneagram.
I don't know about that.
Well,
we'll find out.
You hear the things I learn and have grown to learn through coaching and whatnot from me. So we just love talking about it so much. We thought, why not make a podcast? This was really Zach's push.
Yeah, let's do it.
Anyways, and I'm feeling typey, so if you need a coach,
go to feelingtypey.com. Okay.
And I'd love to coach you. But we're going to do a quick lightning round where we're going to start each podcast this way. One of us will come up with fun, quick 4 or 5 questions to ask, and just a fun way to
jump in,
let you guys know who we are.
Okay. Lightning round.
All right. Lightning round. So the first question, are you a morning person or night owl?
I would have said probably 10 years ago that I'm a night owl, but as of lately, I've been trying to be more of a morning person. What about you?
I would say neither. Well,
not a morning or a night?
I'm not a night owl.
I would say you are
more of a night, but that means like going to bed at 10:30.
Yeah,
so,
unless you are binge watching a TV show, like The Summer I Turned Pretty, or if you find like something else, Love is Blind.
Yeah,
you're
really
watching
stupid stuff.
You're binging it.
True. Or reading Harry Potter
for the
15th time, which I'm doing currently, and it's so good. It's in the best part. If anyone is a Harry Potter fan, that can be a whole new segment, but I am on the chapter.
We could do a whole series in the Enneaways of the Harry Potter characters,
That's
to be honest
awesome.
with you.
But I do want to tell everyone I'm on the chapter called, I just finished Prince's Tale. And Snape, we know what he's really been doing. And Harry now is walking into the forest to face his death willingly. It gets me every time. My mom doesn't understand, even since I was 12. And I'm still so into it. Okay, back to the question. I would say Zach's more of a morning person than me.
Yeah.
But when he wakes up early, I'm inspired to wake up early. I enjoy my day better if I am a morning person. Okay, another question would be... what is one word, Zach, that people would use to describe you most often?
I would say nice guy or helpful. Mm-hmm. If you want one word, helpful, harmonious, yes. I guess. Mm-hmm. What about you? One word to describe Laura Miller.
Uplifting.
Yeah.
Joyful. Caring. Fun.
Yeah. Fun for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the words you described about yourself, which one do you want people to say the most?
Well, I want people to say the most. I think people. Oh, that's
or
a
how
hard
do you
one.
want to be perceived the most?
I want to be perceived as approachable.
Okay.
Like always somebody who is there for somebody,
mm-hmm.
And there for my friends, but also I like being fun, and I like
mm-hmm.
being I guess I just like people to enjoy who I am.
Yeah.
And what I bring.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Out of the ones I said, I think I love being the fun person and the fun friend, but I think I want people to know I'm uplifting.
Well, and I've told you this before.
And there for them.
But that's the thing. In your friend group, with whomever you are there with, you are sort of a glue. It's not saying that your friends aren't, a part of that group, but you're the one who makes the plans and has the ideas. And I think in a lot of ways, you are an adhesive for your
I
friend
like
group.
this podcast.
Yeah.
Let's keep
See?
doing this.
I know.
This will be good for our marriage if
'Cause you
just
like the
keep
affirmation.
complimenting me.
Absolutely.
I love it. Okay, one more question. This one I think does really show. Now, what we just answered, there were some key hints in there. How
As
we
to who?
described ourselves.
Okay.
Zach, one hint would be harmonious, approachable. A hint for me would be fun, joyful. If you know the Enneagram. Some of you may not know it at all. So
But
we'll explain as we
we'll
go.
work through it too.
Yep,
Yeah.
totally. So another question that I really like is, when life feels overwhelming, do you speed up or slow down?
I feel like I slow down. I slow down to the point of a sloth.
And in what way, can you give an example
I
of
think-
when you felt stressed and what you've...
When I feel overwhelmed, if I have too many projects, too many things that I'm doing all at once, I find myself almost rejecting everything. And I procrastinate so much with what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's just a matter of what I found works for me is making a list and then just checking it off one by one, because that makes me feel productive then and helps me get through it. But really, honestly, if there's so much on my plate, I slow down, I check out, and I procrastinate as much as possible.
Okay.
But for you...
For me, it's the opposite. I would say if I'm overwhelmed or stressed about something, I get scattered and almost, I can get snippy sometimes, but I just always am on the go. And so I think I just distract myself with something fun or exciting if I'm overwhelmed, to try to
You won't forget about it.
And ignore what's going on. Okay. So both of those patterns are not healthy.
No.
So we are both learning and have been trying to, quote unquote, get unstuck from those patterns.
And I think that's the point of the Enneagram too. It's not to be where you are now. It's to grow with who you are as a person, because we all fit into one of these 9 different personality types, and we go from one area that could be a quote unhealthy area of our life and grow into the healthiest version, or try to strive to be the healthiest version that we possibly can be. But it's knowing these things about ourselves and all the other types that really can help us with the Enneagram.
Yes, exactly. So I was thinking maybe we could, since it's our first episode, we could talk about our individual journeys, how we discovered our types, and a little bit about that.
Okay.
So would you like to start?
Sure. Well, actually, I've answered everything first, so how about you start?
Okay. So how I discovered my type.
Yeah.
So I would say it was 2020.
Height of COVID.
Started this Marco Polo group with my nursing friends, 4 of them, 4 total. And we talked all the time. It was awesome. Kept us company. And one of them or all of them knew the Enneagram very well and were talking about it. And I didn't really know it. I had heard of it before, but I had never looked into it myself. So I decided to just, give it a look. And I have always been into personality systems and stuff. I took a class in high school with Claire and Kyle,
when we were
high
first
school
dating,
friends.
what was the one that you were into? The personality?
Choleric, sanguine.
Sanguine. Yeah. I don't even know.
The 4 temperaments God gave
4,
you. Yes.
4 temperaments.
So
okay.
did a class in high school.
You like love languages?
Yes.
and
Harry
all those?
Potter, which character are you the most like? The Myers-Briggs, all that stuff. So I've always loved personality stuff. But I just dove in, and how I get which is a further episode, my sexual instinct. I get very obsessed with new things, excited, and that's how I got with this. So I just fell in love with it, and then we were trying to type all our family members.
Yeah, got everybody in on it. And there were websites out there where you could just go and you could take a free test. You could pay for the results if you wanted to. But then from there, you weren't necessarily...
I did an online test, and I tested as a type 8. I am not a type 8.
No.
But it is my wing. So we'll just give ourselves away at this point.
You are.
But so I, for like a year, thought I was an 8. I do have qualities of an 8. They're the challenger. They're the one who they want to be strong. They like to be in charge. They're a leader. They stand up for what they believe and, protect the people they love. And I do have those qualities, some of them, but it's not my core motivation in life. And something just wasn't clicking with me when I was researching it more, and it didn't feel like fully me. And so then I thought, well, I'm certainly either an 8 or a 3, because a 3 is encouraging.
What's the 3 called? A performer?
It's called the achiever, the performer, but very goal-oriented, like go, 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 which I am.
And that's aspects of you.
Yes.
I mean, you knew you wanted to be a nurse when you were going to school, and you had those set for you. So
when I like to make lists. When I set a goal, I'm going to accomplish it. Those are very 3 things. However, something wasn't clicking there either, because they care about how they're perceived.
Oh, yeah.
And
about what everybody else thinks about them.
Yes.
They want to be seen as a certain way.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I've never really... I'm pretty confident in who I am. I don't really care what other people think of me. Now, I do want people to like me.
Yeah.
And you could say this is a strength and a weakness, but I feel like everyone does like me. So, and if you don't, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
No, but so that lands on, okay, so I thought I was an 8. I thought I was a 3. And then I was like, this is just not, none of these are feeling right. I almost gave up Enneagram because I was like, none of this feels fully me.
And you bought all the literature. You were like diving into the texts of like what it means to be an 8, how you can live your healthiest ways, but nothing hit on that.
Yep. And then I did a online virtual interview with someone, an actual Enneagram coach who interviewed me, which I now do with other clients.
Yeah.
And I love it. And that led me to start thinking about another number that I hadn't thought of, which is the 7. And then it solidified it when I talked with Joel from The Art of Growth, and he basically was like, yeah, you're a 7. Like, what? I needed someone to tell me, like, this is why you're appearing this way and stuff. Instead of, it is very a self-discovery. You have to decide for yourself, and as a coach, I'm not going to tell you what you are. Right. Because that's your own. But if you need a little guidance, then I think we should offer that.
The great thing about the coaching, though, is that you do ask the questions. You're constantly, in the interview process, you're asking the questions, and then you're narrowing it down. And based on the questions that you're asking the people, they come to the realization on their own. If I was to sit down with you and you were to interview me, I would come to the realization that, yes, I am a 9 because of the questions that you asked me and what I can most relate to.
Yes.
So that's the great part about it too. And the other thing is that it's not like you go around, it's tempting to do, but you can't go around and constantly be like, oh, well, you're being such a 3 or you're being a 2.
And we're guilty of that because we even whisper and look at each other about our kids who we aren't putting in a box, but we're pretty sure we know what they are.
Absolutely.
Just to help us parent them the best and understand them. So, I landed on, I am definitely a 7. The stereotypes of a 7 kept me from thinking I was a 7. So I will say that's why we're going to dive into all that with you guys with this podcast, the stereotypes and how you can be different from the stereotype. And you may not look like someone else who's a 7. That also was keeping me from saying I was a 7 because I was like, well, I'm not like so-and-so who I'm pretty darn sure is a 7. So a 7 is the adventurer.
Yeah.
And they're someone who basically is always seeking to go from the negative to the positive. So when I said, when I'm stressed, I want to speed up. That is me avoiding the pain of what could be happening.
You don't want to sit in it. You want
I
to
don't
get
want
on,
to sit
move
in
on.
it. I want to move
get
on.
Off the pot.
And I want to go have fun and reread Harry Potter for the 20th time to go in my imagination. And today I even was thinking, am I reading Harry to avoid something? And then I that's a way I check in with myself. And I was like, no, I'm just reading it because my son is. And I freaking love it.
Yes.
So, but to check in with myself, I never used to do that. So the Enneagram has given me language to like use with myself even to check in. Like, am I avoiding something?
Mm-hmm.
What's really going on? Why are you so busy? What are you? So that is my journey, how I discovered. Now, not everyone, some people have a much easier journey and feel fully them even just through online tests. So we're going to go to Zach and you tell us about your discovery.
My journey is a pretty short walk compared to yours because, yes, I took the online test. I paid for the results. It was like $20, which was like nothing. But when I got the results, I'm like, this is wholeheartedly me. And I came in at a number 9, which is the peacemaker. And I just felt very, for lack of a better term, at peace with who that is. Because I felt like as I was reading the results and in some of the other books that I've read on the 9s or any articles that you've passed along my way, I've always just felt like that's what's speaking to me. I avoid conflict. I try to hide from it. I like to keep the peace in so many ways. But I so identified with the 9, and I realized because of instincts, which we'll get into too in some of the future episodes of the podcast, that, this is why I show up like this, and this is what I think my core belief is, and my value stays within the 9. And I'm a 9-9, probably. Yeah. I don't know that I wing to an 8 or a 1 at all with that, but maybe a little bit to the 1, not the 8. That's I know, definitely not an 8. No. Not a challenger. No. But it has been enjoyable because I know who I am and you know who you are. We can also figure out, okay, well, what will work best for us as a couple and what will work for us best as parents, and who we are with our coworkers and other family members that we have to deal with. Yes, and times.
Why I think and Zach truly is a 9 through and through. I will solidify and verify that. I feel like you could get mixed up for a 2, which we can go into later, how 2s and 9s can look alike. It's a very helpful, kind soul.
Yeah, for sure.
And Zach does love helping people, but his motivation is to have peace and be harmonious and connected with the people he's with, whereas a 2 wants to help people because that's how they feel like they'll be loved and appreciated. Yeah. So that's how they differ the most, I would say. But I know we're throwing out lots of ideas, but that's my 7-ness. I have it's called a monkey brain. I have lots of different ideas, and it's just spitfire. So hang on with me. Yeah. You can hang with our ideas.
Well, and I want to throw this out there because if anybody listens to this and has a question for you, you can always reach out at feelingtypey@gmail.com is a great place to contact you. It's the home of your business and stuff. So
yes, would love any questions.
feelingtypey.com.
Yep. So, but the reason I am so passionate about the Enneagram is because it is a tool that allows you to feel understood and fully seen for maybe the way you appear and have always appeared. And my love for it is to help people realize that they are truly a gift in this world. And the things they may think are their weaknesses can also be their strengths. It's like your superpower is also your kryptonite, and it's finding ways to balance it all and be the most well-rounded version of yourself. And so I think when you learn more about why you do the things you do and the patterns you use, then you can start really looking into the why behind why you're doing it and how you can be the healthiest version of yourself. But then to ultimately be love who you are and truly believe. That's what I love the most about helping people through their journeys, and even for myself, like helping people, and you even, Zach, like when you're like, when someone is like, I love who I am and I am something special in this world, that's when the magic happens. Yeah. That's what I love. Because I truly, though, like, it's a way to understand how you are and how to love yourself and how to be the best version of yourself. It's also a way to understand other people who are very different from you, maybe that you struggle with, to understand them on a different level. They don't react like you because that is not their core motivation. That's not what drives them.
Right.
So they're going to respond differently. So-and-so always responds in this way, but I'm always positive and looking on the bright side. They might find that annoying too.
Yeah.
So that was a, like, light bulb moment for me too. Like, wait, not everyone wants to be positive? I don't understand.
Yeah. It's like in the movie Inside Out.
Yeah.
You know, the Disney movie. And it
exactly.
Understanding joy, understanding sadness, and all that.
Yes.
I mean, you can really
and realizing that part where the ball goes together. Yeah. The joy and the sadness, and how you need both. Like, it's
crucial. So,
it is.
And every number, there's 9 numbers in the Enneagram. Every number is known, needed, valued, and in this world.
Yes.
We honestly need all 9.
Yep, exactly. So thanks for coming to our first ever episode of Enneaways.
Yeah.
And we just want to end with saying, shine your light, friends. Until next time.